Hey guys, B-Man here. Welcome to today's video. Today we've got an awesome one for you guys. What we have is a new way to be able to break your account solo so that you can camo swap and things. Now there's lots of different ways that you can actually use this glitch, so I'm not going to cover everything in this video. Today's focus is going to be pretty much for the zombies players, and what it is where you're going to be able to just go along and you'll be able to just go along. If you want to change the gun that you're running your camo on, you can go create, build, new build, and you'll be able to get it with the camo, right? Just it's going to be a really convenient way, not so much for people trying to save a whole heap of camos swapped blueprints. If you're trying to do that, my other tutorial that's focused on how to save camo swap and save multiple blueprints in that, I've got tutorials that focus on that. I've got tutorials that also focus on the melee weapon and things like that as well. So this tutorial here is going to be focusing on how to break your account and not unbreak it so that you can keep it broken between close downs of the game and everything solo, so you don't have to keep re-breaking your account every time just to be able to camo swap. All you have to do is just do this quick little thing and you'll be able to reactivate the broken account camo swap glitch, so you can like turn it off and turn it back on at will. So with that said, you guys know the deal. Get down there if you haven't already, smash that like button for me, subscribe if you haven't already, leave me that awesome comment, and let's just have a quick word about today's sponsor and then we'll get straight onto this. If you want to unlock Dark Matter, Abyss, and Nebula camos in Black Ops 6, or grind them extremely quickly in bot lobbies, be sure to check out MitchCactus. They're the biggest and most reliable in Call of Duty, which will help you with weekly events and rare bundle codes for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Browse their 1,500 verified Trustpilot reviews and thousands of personalized vouchers. They're the go for all your things Call of Duty. Use code BMAN for 5% off, and thanks MitchCactus for sponsoring today's video. For this video, I'm going to start a new term. For the camo swapping when you're in a broken state, and when you say create new on a gun, when you're in the broken state, whatever gun that you do that with, I'm going to call that a ghost gun, right? So that when you say create new on a weapon, it actually creates the weapon, but it doesn't put a weapon here that's got like a tick or a check mark on it, whatever you call that. So the little tick on it, doesn't create one here. If you say create new build and it doesn't put a gun here with a little tick on it, then it's a ghost gun. Okay, that's what we're going to be calling the ghost blueprints. When you break your account, all you're doing is you're creating ghost blueprints. Keep in mind, every blueprint that you place into a slot that's going to be classed as a ghost blueprint, so like that what we just explained, any blueprint, wherever you place a ghost blueprint, when you have finished doing all of the stuff, say you finish doing all your camo swapping and you actually do what I'm going to teach you to be able to come out of the broken state, every gun that had a ghost blueprint in it is going to swap to the very last blueprint that you made a ghost blueprint of, and all of the guns will become that. So you can actually use that to equip locked blueprints and everything, but that's getting too technical, so we'll get into that later. But let's just first off show you guys how to break an account. So what a broken account is when you say the create new, it does not create one that's got the tick, and it actually pulls the camo off the previous one and everything like that. So let's go along right now and show you exactly how to do that. Okay, to break the account, it's very simple, very easy. Come over to your multiplayer online class, pick any gun, and then create 2 duplicates of that gun, just like this. One duplicate you're going to equip into your online multiplayer class. The other duplicate you equip into your multiplayer private match class. So let's do that. Other one into private match. Once you've got the one into your multiplayer class online and in your private match class, then head over into zombies. When in zombies, you need to go along and delete those 2 duplicates that you just made and equipped in multiplayer. After you've deleted those 2 duplicates, go back into multiplayer private match. Find that gun that you equipped just a second ago in multiplayer private match, and then edit it in one way. Either add a barrel to it or whatever it is. Just make a change to that gun, just like this. Now, it will not create a new save here that has the check mark yet. Now you know that it's in the right way. You will now have a broken account, and your account is now in the broken account state. From this point is the point where your account is at the permanent camo swapping ability. So all that you need to do to activate that is create one more blueprint. So it doesn't matter how you go about doing that, but all that you need to do is keep note of the one that you do that with. So for this, if we come across to here and we say create new build on this, it's going to create the new gun, but we need to keep track of that gun. So we create this new build right here. And as you see, we get a new gun, right? This creates this one right here. Now we need to keep track of that. Now, if we want to keep our account broken before we leave this mode, we just come and delete that gun right there. And then when we go into another mode, we can just say create new to activate the broken account glitch again. This is how you will maintain the broken account glitch. So what right now that we have this here, as long as this is here, our account is broken and in the broken state while we remain in this mode. So right now, while we've got that there, we can go along and we can pull camos off other guns, etc., and create them with the camos on it. So we can go to this and say duplicate. It will not create another one. We're in the broken account state. So now we can go along and we can create new builds with the camo on it, right? We can go along and we can do all of this in all of our places. Now, before we leave multiplayer, because we're in multiplayer doing this, we want to make sure that we go along and delete this. Now, if we go along and delete this before we leave, we can now go into another mode and activate our broken account. We can close the game and load the app back up, and then we can just reactivate it. So for that example, I'm going to do that right now. We're going to close the game and load it back up, and then we'll still reactivate the broken account glitch. So as you see, we're just loading back in. We'll come in, and it doesn't matter what mode we go into either. We can activate it into any mode we like. We want to go along and camo swap over in zombies now. Now that we've activated the broken account, all we need to do, because we deleted that gun before we left out of multiplayer and closed app, all we need to do to reactivate the camo swapping is come along and say create new on any gun. Then the next gun we say create new with is going to be camo swapping in the broken account state again. So we come across to here and we say create new, and it's going to come with the camos and everything, guys. We're back ready, camo swapping and everything. We can go to another gun that has another camo on it that we like. Say it's, I'll find another camo for you guys for the video. This one, we say duplicate, and then we can just go along and we can create guns with that camo, right? Simple as, easy as. Now you just got to make sure that you keep in mind that the gun that you said duplicate on at the start, you need to make sure you go back to it and you always delete it before you leave the mode, the original one. So for us it was this right here. We go along and delete that, and now we'll still be able to reactivate the camo swap at a later stage. So to just keep that in mind, and you can go along and do that. Now with that in mind, see this gun right here? These are the ghost blueprints that I'm talking about. So this gun was all these ones that we're creating when we're in that state with the create new state. I call them ghost blueprints because this right here is equipped, but it does not have anything ticked here. It's not really there. It's like a ghost blueprint. All of these ghost blueprints that you have equipped around, so the one in multiplayer that we had just before, this one here and everything, will turn into whatever blueprint we want. So if I wanted to actually have right here, this blueprint there, it's locked right now, but we can equip this because all that we need to do is the last blueprint that we go and duplicate and stuff like that is going to turn into that. So what we can actually do here is go along and come across to re-break our account. So we come in, we say create new, like so. Then it's going to break the account, right? This one's the one breaking the account. Then we're going to go along and say create new again, and it's going to come with the camo on it, right? Then all we do is go along to the AK and we say duplicate. Duplicate the AK just like that. Then we back out without deleting this. What that's going to do is going to fix the broken account. We'd have to redo the double duplication of the thing in private match and thing to re-break our account. But what this does is it's going to actually save this gun as a blueprint, and it's going to actually turn it to the last one that we duplicated. So when we back out of this mode here, come into multiplayer, and then when we go back into zombies, it's going to be the gun that we last duplicated, which is this gun right here. Do you understand that? So now we can use this to equip locked weapons into here. Now, equipping any locked weapons will no longer work in Warzone. Don't try and use this to equip locked weapons in Warzone anymore. Now, you can go into the game and use these quite easily, just fine. So now we'll go in game and use this tier 2. So here you see here, they work in-game and everything, guys. Now, if you are trying to camo swap and stuff for multiplayer, you will have no issues camo swapping and using all your camo swapped guns and stuff like that in multiplayer if the gun that you're camo swapping to if it's a camo that your profile has unlocked on another gun and not this gun, you will have no problems using it and it won't wipe out of your profile. So for a good example, this gun right here, I could camo swap onto this gun, this camo right here, and I would have no problem running it. Although it's not unlocked on this gun, I have that camo unlocked on a different gun. So this aspect here is where the camo swap glitch is really useful for people. Say you've only got a diamond on one gun and you want it on a different gun. You can use this to be able to equip and set up your loadout with your guns, with your camo swapped guns, and you'll have no problem with them being wiped or anything like that in game. You're only going to have problems with it wiping your camos when it's a camo that your profile has never unlocked before. Okay, so if you're trying to equip gold and your profile hasn't got a single gun unlocked with gold, it's going to wipe it. But if your profile has one gun that has that gold unlocked, it will no longer wipe it off any other gun you camo swap it to. So it's really simple, guys. I'll link in the comments in the description my other tutorials that will show you guys how to do the melee weapons, to save it, and to do all of the multiple weapons at once. Just keep in mind that the new way of breaking the account, just using 2 and stuff like that from this video, just apply how to save them and all of that extra stuff from these other tutorials to this with this new, faster, easier, more effective method, guys, and you guys will be absolutely winning. So I will link my old tutorials in the description of this, and as you guys see here, you can also activate the glitch while in the middle of a game. So you can go along, you can temporarily break the account like this, you can go along and then you can quickly grab the camo off something. So say here we're going to grab this camo, hang on, this camo here, we say duplicate. Then before we load into the game, we come along and then we come along to this and we're going to go along and delete this, right? Because we always want to make sure we delete our one that's breaking our account before we leave the mode or the area, so that we always have an unbroken account. Now, in this matter, we're able to re-break our account in the middle of the game just by simply going to this gun and editing this gun. It will re-break our account. But the cool thing about this is that we can now use this and we're going to be able to create new on a gun when we're in game, and we're going to be able to get a Pack-a-Punch camo gun working in game. So let's finish the video off by showing you guys exactly this happening. So when we load in game, the very first thing that we do is we come to this gun and we edit this gun as the very first thing we do. Then what we need to do is we want to go along and we want to come to our loadouts, say create new, and we want to say create new on a new gun. And as you're going to see here, we create new on this gun, we get this gun, and now we have the Pack-a-Punch gun working and everything in game. So you can actually run them in multiplayer and everything. Now, when you die, sometimes it can be annoying, and if you die, you have to reselect your class and stuff like that. But you can see, if you actually make the gun, select the gun as the very first time you touch the class and bring it in, you can actually don't have to worry about that, and you can just go along. So now we've got the Pack-a-Punch camo working online and everything, guys. Simple as, easy as. So you guys know the deal. Get down there if you haven't already. Smash that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me an awesome comment and keep being awesome. Thank you guys for watching my videos, and I'll catch you on the next one. B-Man.